What's up, you guys? Thanks for watching the video. This is Vincent Lopez on my channel. Today I just wanted to talk a real quick topic about these Chinese manufacturers of gym equipment. For the most part, you're not really losing a lot of quality depending on the different brands. Like, for example, you have Rep Fitness, Titan Fitness, and the brand that I normally go with, which is Bolt Fitness. These are all fitness companies that all get their products from China. And really, it's not that much worse between the different brands. They're all going to be about the same. They're usually all made in the same factories. They're going to have different brands and different markings on them, obviously, but for the most part, they're the exact same thing. So don't really get hung up on that. Basically, today I want to talk about why you should look into buying this equipment over Rogue, which is obviously made in the USA, but some of their stuff is also made in China. So at that point, there are certain things that are made in the USA, and they, don't get me wrong, they have some great quality when it comes to certain things. But when it comes to price and usability and basically function, they're all gonna do about the same, but the prices vary dramatically. For example, my power rack that I bought is from Bolt Fitness Supply. It's called a Barbarian 3x3, 1-inch holes, 49x49 footprint, and it's basically the biggest rack that they have, which is very comparable to a Rogue Monster rack and or a Titan, I believe it's Titan X rack or whatever it is, whatever their top of the line rack is. I paid a little over $800 for this rack, whereas with Rogue I would have paid $1,600 plus shipping. Prices may have changed, but especially compared to everything that I have on this rack, it has a few things that would be upgrades that would be considered on the Rogue side. Yeah, of course you could buy Titan, but I didn't want to wait for the shipping on Titan, and I've also heard that the customer service from Titan is horrible. So I went to a local fitness supply company, which is Bolt Fitness Supply down in Houston. And basically what I did was I walked into the showroom, I met the owner, I talked to a few of the employees, and I was able to find out that they had everything that I wanted at a great price. I used all the equipment before I actually purchased anything, and I really enjoyed the experience that I had there, and the quality of the equipment is very good. A few things that I would definitely say, if you're gonna buy something along the lines of like the trolley system that Rogue offers, you can only get that from Rogue, and if you try to buy an off-brand, it's probably not gonna function properly, or it's gonna have some weird tolerances. Definitely, I would say if you're gonna do something like that, go Rogue. If you want to retain the value of what you're buying, maybe you're buying equipment and it's kind of one of those things where it's like people think, oh, I'm gonna buy this cheap equipment, but when it comes to you, let's say you buy it, you don't end up using it, you want to sell it. Titan, Bolt, Rep, they don't hold their value like Rogue does. So if that's the case for you, if you actually want to try something out, I would actually advise you, instead of buying cheap to try out, I would actually say buy quality to try out, because just in case you don't like it, and just in case you don't like the environment of working out at home and you want to go back to the gym, it's very easy to get rid of what you have. I kid you not. If you look on Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, if you see Rogue Fitness equipment, it's gonna fly. And usually if you buy something for, let's say, $1,000, people are usually selling it for $950, $900. I bought this for $800. I can probably sell it for about $400, maybe $450. And it's just because the brand is not as known. Well, great quality. But me personally, I know that I wanted something that gave me the function without necessarily having to come with that price tag, because I obviously had to buy a lot of things with it. I'm a personal trainer, and I needed something like a power rack, so that way, one, my clients can feel comfortable, but two, for my clients that are a little bit bigger, and my clients that want to do something along the lines of powerlifting, strongman, things like that, I have something that they can actually work out in and use without being scared of breaking it. If you guys know, on YouTube, there's this thing with the Titan straps. They popped with like 500 pounds. Granted, these are just torture tests. There's always bad eggs in a basket whenever you're dealing with manufacturing, especially at a large scale. But I've actually seen these straps take a lot of abuse. I've had them for a couple of years. It's almost time for me to replace them, because I'm also going to change the dimensions of my rack. So a few tips that I would recommend to you if you're in the market for buying either fitness equipment or for a business like myself, or for your own personal gym at home that you maybe just want to invest in some equipment. Things that are on the lines of safety, I would definitely go high quality. Don't buy the cheapest thing you can find. Don't go to these random brands or even off Craigslist. Really buy something that's going to be quality. The rack and the straps itself, nowadays they're doing really good. So I would even say Titan is a decent brand nowadays, because realistically, me personally, I know, for example, I usually don't have clients squatting more than 400 to 500 pounds, just because it's really not necessary to get that heavy, and that's just the truth. I had one client get up to like 480, but he was also like 6'3", and he was just a bigger guy. I'm 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". So a lot of the things that I would recommend that you do buy from these companies is going to be your dumbbells, your kettlebells, your slam balls, all of these things that are very easily and cheaply made in China. Buy them from these lower price companies, just because you're going to save yourself a lot of money. I can't remember exactly. I think I paid 74 or 84 cents a pound on my dumbbells, and there was another fitness company out here selling them for $3 a pound. Stupid. $3 a pound versus 74 to 84 cents a pound. I believe it was 74, but because of tariffs and stuff, they went up to 84. Compared to $3 a pound, I'm literally saving a third of what I would have spent for the exact same thing. This same product is going to be made over in China and is shipped over. It's just a different name, unless you really just want a name. But other than that, I would definitely say do that. If you're buying crumbs, buy crumbs cheap. Don't buy the Rogue crumbs. They're all the same. They're all made from recycled tires. The molding's a little bit different, but outside of that, they're all pretty much the same. Buy cheap. Same thing with metal plates. Metal plates, rubber coated metal plates, plastic coated metal plates, they're all gonna be about the same. Unless you really want something special or you're trying to get calibrated, but if that's the case, you're gonna have to pay the price for calibrated plates. But if you're, once again, if you're the normal homeowner, you're the normal, the regular personal trainer, you don't really have anybody who competes in events that need calibrated plates, cheap crumbs, cheap metal plates. The tolerances nowadays are really good. Unless you are gonna be looking at plates off of Craigslist and things like that, I probably would make sure you at least weigh them to see what the tolerances are. But for the most part, even if you buy them from Walmart at $1 a pound or like $1.05 a pound, you can always take them back and say, hey, this plate is not, it's a 45, but it's measuring at 40 or 50 or whatever. It's really far off. But there's always going to be a tolerance between all plates. Lastly, I want to get into bars. Bars is definitely a place where I would definitely say to spend some money. Not on bars, like for example, I have a trap bar here that I really, honestly, I would say don't really spend a lot of money on. My Swiss bar, same, I would say don't really spend a lot of money on. The bars that I would say to spend some money on are your Olympic bars, or your powerlifting bars, or if you have a deadlift bar or things like that, or because these bars are the way that it connects you to the weight. Especially for Olympic lifting, the knurling is very important, the tensile strength is very important, and the bushings, the spin that these bars have is very important. You don't really need spin on a trap bar or a safety squat bar or even a Swiss bar. You don't need that. But and also to the amount of whip that these bars have, or the bars create, is very important for your lifts. So with your bars, I definitely would say spend some money. Me personally, I am going to go ahead and invest in some more bars when I get a chance and have some funds to do so. But at the moment, I've been focusing more on getting the rack, getting some more dumbbells, some more kettlebells, so that I can actually train people better. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys have any questions about Bolt Fitness Supply or any other questions about how to, get products or equipment at a good deal and what you should spend your money on and what you shouldn't spend your money on, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys want and I'll give it to you. You have a nice one.